you will get $1,000 in 30 days from saving this way. That means in a year, you will get $12,000 to $15,000 in a year. It's easy. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and I will soon show you the secret way to save money inherited from Japan in this video. Saving money is hard. Very, very hard. No matter how much we feel we have saved, at the end of the month we still can't save much. Most of our income may be used for rent, installments of this and that bill, and other expenses that we don't realize. Write in the comments column, how old are you, what your current job is, and which country you are from, so that I can make a more specific super saving video in the next video. Kakeibo is a budget journal invented in 1940 by a female journalist from Japan, Hanamo Toko, and designed to help busy women manage their finances. Now, the art of managing Kakeibo finances has been released in book form by author Fumiko Chiba. The concept is more or less like this. At the beginning of each month, we sit down with our Kakeibo. Then we plan what we will use the money for, how much we will save, and what we need to do to achieve our goals. Then we review and reevaluate what we have done and what we have achieved. Simple, isn't it? This is what we need to know together. First, we need to shift our focus from saving to spending. Chiba explains that we need to reshape our attitude towards all our budgets. So we have to spend money well or appropriately in order to save well. We all work very hard to be able to live and also to enjoy various important things. Always remember this fact when we are trying to save. In other words, if saving is a burden of obligation or duty, and we are likely to stop halfway. But if it involves careful budgeting so that we can do and get what we really want, it will be a much better and more attractive prospect. Second, writing down all expenses will help us. Kakeibo is all about recording our expenses. Use a pen and write on paper as the basic part of our Kakeibo. According to Chiba, our world is now moving so fast that everything can be bought and paid for very quickly. Kakeibo helps us to slow down and gives us the space and time to look at our expenses in detail and really consider what we buy in a calm and measured way. So at the beginning of the month, let's find out and write down how much money we actually have. Look at what you get every month from salary, bonuses, income from side businesses, and so on. Then we total it all up. Then determine our fixed expenses, bills that must be paid, and living expenses. Then we add up our total expenses. Easy enough, right? This will give us an amount that we can use to save or will be used appropriately. Don't worry if the amount is still small because we have just started. Next, be honest about the targets and desires we want to achieve. If we have followed the previous steps, we will know how much money comes in and how much money has to go out. So this is the time to find out how we use the rest after knowing where our money is going. We can sort needs and wants, what we really need and what we can really survive without. Our habit of drinking Starbucks coffee or trendy drinks is an example of a category of desires. Clothes can also be categorized as a necessity if they are to meet our clothing needs. But if it is only related to prestige, these clothes are actually included in the category of desires. Chiba suggests write down the things that are wrong if we don't spend money on this and that. Usually, fixed expenses from month to month are for food, for our place of residence, or sending to parents. That way, we can identify which areas are still possible for us to reduce. Currently, in transactions, we tend to use cards or e-money rather than using cash. Using cards or other cashless methods makes us less responsible for our spending. In fact, the physical act of handing over cash is something that tends to make us think twice about spending it. Even experts suggest taking cash from the bank and dividing it into labeled envelopes to help us stay within our budget. The physical placement of cash in an envelope makes us aware of our budgeted financial position and keeps us from spending it on other things. This small act can make a big difference to our savings. Then finally, the end of the month, or reflect and evaluate our process every month. We should carefully examine our spending in the last 4 weeks. Acknowledge our successes and weaknesses. This is used as a consideration to be able to set targets for the next month. This continuous improvement is what in the long run will determine our success in saving. This extraordinary saving technique is the Japanese art of saving. For some people, living without excessive spending may be normal, but it turns out that there are also many types of people whose expenses are greater than their income. So I repeat again, The idea behind the Kakeibo method is to know how your relationship with money is and record all income and expenses every month. This recording is done on paper and written manually without using software or financial applications. It turns out that this method has its own benefits, namely, when we write, we will be more aware of what causes our bad habits. Always do it every month. This is the first step to starting the Kakeibo Financial Journal Recording Method. This method helps you to create a habit of saving as part of your daily life, as well as self-reflection and improving yourself every month. Once again, distinguish between needs and wants. Japanese people are used to living a minimalist life. The minimalist lifestyle is also formed from the location where they live in Japan, which is prone to natural disasters, such as earthquakes and tsunamis, making them not keep a lot of stuff and live minimally. This habit also turns out to influence the way Japanese people spend their money, as in the Kakeibo method. When we buy goods that are not basic necessities, we must ask ourselves first, can I live if I have this item? Will I use this item or not? Do I have a place to store this item? What do I feel when I buy this item? Kakeibo teaches us to be more aware of, so it can help us understand what we are buying and what the motivations are behind it. The purpose of this exercise is not to say that we should not buy, but to practice shopping wisely. Saving can only become a habit if we know how we relate to money through regular recording. We become more aware of managing our spending and can improve ourselves to achieve financial goals. When you feel anxious about your financial future, when the future seems uncertain, saving is a wise step to protect yourself from unexpected possibilities. Sufficient savings can give you stability and peace of mind in facing difficult financial situations. In a rapidly changing world of work, there is no guarantee that our jobs will remain stable. Economic factors or changes in certain industries can cause someone to lose their job suddenly. Inflation or rising prices of goods and services can reduce the purchasing power of our money, so that the cost of living becomes higher and can cause uncertainty in managing finances. Sufficient savings and good financial ability allow someone to buy their dream home. The dream of becoming an entrepreneur can be realized by having sufficient funds. To start a good financial business, open the door to funding the business and the costs of various operational needs. Start setting aside part of your income regularly for a pension fund or long-term investment fund. This fund will grow over time and become an important source of finance when entering retirement. Having adequate life insurance and health insurance will provide financial protection for yourself and your family. Especially when entering retirement, that retirement preparation needs to start early. The earlier you prepare for retirement, the greater the chance of achieving your financial goals and living a peaceful retirement. Overcoming a financial crisis is a challenge that often requires wise financial policies and perseverance in dealing with difficult situations. With a good plan and strong determination, a financial crisis can be overcome and finances can be restored towards a more stable future. Improving the quality of life with finances means using finances wisely to achieve a better and more satisfying standard of living. Create a financial plan that includes short-term and long-term goals. Good financial planning helps direct spending and investment in a more targeted manner. Set a budget and set aside part of your income to save regularly. These savings can be used to achieve your dreams and financial goals. After successfully collecting, don't let the money sit idle. Some of it we prepare as emergency funds. Some we can make assets such as land, stocks, or precious metals. But don't forget to share it with the poor too. Thank you for watching this video. If this video is useful, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to share it with your friends. See you in our next video.